So I've done well over 3 million on YouTube, mainly from high ticket sales like the ones that you see here on screen. All that to say, I've been in the trenches. Not a humble brag, but kind of just what's been able to happen with some of the strategies I'm going to show you here today. Now, the first thing we want to talk about, right, because I want to get right into the value here. You guys get it. I've made money on YouTube before. YouTube is not a content platform as a lot of people treat it as. Before we get into tactics, I need to give you the most important reframe in the entire video, because if you get this wrong, then nothing else really matters. YouTube is a sales infrastructure. Most people treat YouTube like a billboard, right? They put their face on it and they wonder why nobody's calling. It's just like, it's up there. I'm making the videos. It exists. So why isn't it bringing in any meaningful results for my business? And then because it doesn't bring in any meaningful results, people cut it off like after a month, after 3 months. But here's the real way to look at YouTube. First is the equation. Attention times trust times time equals clients. Every other platform gives you attention, but YouTube actually gives you all three. YouTube is always going to be where people go to learn. People only go on other platforms to brain rot, and they might find you. That's good, but they're not really going to understand and know you and build that trust at scale. Ads are really good because they do get you some of these, but not in the same way at all as organic. Well, someone choosing to seek you out and find you and watch you. The VSLA. Right? So everybody knows what a VSL, a video sales letter, is, but YouTube is like a VSLA because it's a video sales letter with an algorithm attached. You build it once and the algorithm distributes it forever for free. Not only for free, but you actually get paid to do it. My highest viewed video here for 2.2 million made me 20K in just YouTube revenue, and I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. 20K isn't anything really to write home about in the grand scheme of things. We've made millions over time, but I'm not going to be mad at it either. The results. One video. So this video has been up for 900 plus days, right? And it still gets hundreds of views every single day. And all my videos from years ago still get thousands of views every day, thousands of views. And obviously not all those people are going to buy, right? Even if just 1% of them get something high ticket, that's still tons. Just I hate the word passive income because that's obviously silly. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of upfront work, but still reaping the benefits from that. High ticket sales, like the ones that I've showed, are not an attention problem. They're a trust problem, going deeper with your audience. YouTube is the only platform that manufactures trust at scale on autopilot and actually does it well. So here's the depth stack. I guess a little bit of an acronym for us so that we can break down all the steps that we actually need. The first one is depth over volume. So don't try to flood the platform. Be the go-to source of information. And I talk with this on every single business owner I talk to, right? They always start with can we do like 2 videos a week, 3 videos a week? Right? They want to just ramp it up and do as many as possible. And that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that per se. But it's, in my opinion, in my experience, and from what I see, and not only what I see, but where things are going, it's misplaced focus. Next is ecosystem feeding. YouTube is a piece of the overall organic content play. Next is the proven formats from outside of your niche. Finally, it's the testing engine mentality and high frequency consistency. So let's start with the first one, depth over time. The real equation is video depth times watch time times relevance will give you the algorithm momentum. A 40-minute video at 50% retention means 20 minutes on average built to trust. But a 10-minute video at 70%, right, a much higher retention rate, has only 7 minutes, but it's just a way shorter video. And it's not even close, right? And YouTube knows this. Again, YouTube is highly financially, monetarily incentivized to keep people on the platform for longer so I can show them more ads. So not only is watch time going to give you more trust, but watch time is going to give you more eyeballs. Watch time is everything, not watch retention. That's where I see a lot of people get it wrong because they're like, I got to come up with the best hook and I got to rehook them in 3 minutes in. I got to promise something at the end. Don't get me wrong. Again, all great things, but where do we want to prioritize? Prioritize means what am I going to hold above other things? And a lot of times people misprioritize, they over prioritize as many videos as possible. And it's understandable. They think, 3 times the videos means 3 times the leads, etc. But if you look at one of these videos that I have with 1 million views or 2 million views, that would take a lot of uploads at maybe 10,000, 5,000, 20,000 views per video. So instead of trying to create as many videos as possible, what is going to be far more advantageous to us is more in-depth videos. Right? We can spend that same time on just better videos. One of the rules of thumbs that I like to use is take your competitor's average videos and multiply it by 3, and that's your minimum target length for most videos. Unless there's some sort of reason as to why you'd want to do a 10 or 15 minute video, right? Something that's supposed to be extra broad or maybe points towards another video. But for the most part, we want to have long videos. If everyone makes 15-minute videos, your floor should be 45-minute videos for most videos. My top 3 videos are between 2.5 hours to 8 hours long. My second 1 million view video is the 8-hour one. I have a video that's 16 hours. That one got tens of thousands of views as well. Still climbing after 600 days, about 2 years almost after posting. And this one gets tons and tons of views every single day as well. Because as we know, as business owners, the harder something is to do, the fewer people are going to do it, which gives you a barrier that most competitors will never cross and never want to cross. Ecosystem feeding. YouTube doesn't work in isolation. The content gravity model is this. YouTube is the sun. Every other platform is a planet orbiting it. Instagram, LinkedIn, your email list, your community, everything points towards YouTube. Even if you're doing cold outreach, if you're doing paid ads, all of these things can still greatly benefit and will still greatly benefit from YouTube, because it is simply just not only something to get new attention from a top of funnel, but it can also easily be a middle of funnel asset where people go to learn more about you and what you do before they even hop on the call every single time. This is one of the easiest ways to improve not only show up rate, but also close rate, so that the calls just turn into more of actual sales calls, or realistically, you're just acting as a cashier rather than a whole entire education call where they want to know who you are and what you do on the call. Funny, speaking of leads and calls and things, I just got a notification that somebody just booked yet another call. So W's. All right, Instagram. So I like to use many chat automations in order to push people to Instagram as much as possible. A really simple way. I've before gotten hundreds or even thousands of comments on a single Instagram post. People see that, they comment the word, they go watch the video from Instagram. Because you're bringing cross-platform views over to YouTube, YouTube sees where the views come from, and they like that even more because you're getting people from Instagram over to YouTube. Next is LinkedIn, right? If you have some sort of LinkedIn presence, even if you're just starting out, having your YouTube videos actually on there and posted and promoted on there are, of course, just going to get people more interested in your brand, because they'll be going through LinkedIn looking for some business value or whatever it is if you're a B2B business, and they'll want to see your videos as well. Next is the email list, right? So I've had 150,000 people on the email list, and by sending it to everybody that's active on there, it just, especially in the first 24 hours, it actually just boosts the video, because it just tells YouTube that, more people are trying to look at this video or trying to find it or trying to watch it. Cross-pollination and testing. So cross-pollination essentially is taking from other niches. Everybody takes from their own niche, right? If I post videos about copywriting, I'm going to search up copywriting and then basically recreate the top 20 videos. That's what everybody is going to do. But what am I not going to do? I'm not going to look up drop shipping. I'm not going to look up top 10 gaming montages. I'm not going to intuitively seek out these sorts of videos and outliers from other niches, but that is where the true potential lies. Because it's great to, upload a video that is already proven in your niche. It's not a bad thing, but a lot of the times that's all people do. And that's why they stay stuck, because your audience has already seen that video. They've already seen that exact same video from 4 other dudes. So you being like the last guy to come up with the video is, even if you do put your own spin on it, it's just not going to perform as well. Whereas if you are the pioneer, you take a proven concept from a different niche, then the people who are watching you are going to see you as the pioneer, see you as the trendsetter, and someone who has something interesting that they do actually want, a proven concept, but they haven't seen a video titled that or packaged like that before. And finally, over here, the testing framework. You want to test consistently, and you're testing to look for a winner. Right? So this is a simple 3-step process. Nail it. This is where you find a winner. You test topics, formats, angles, thumbnails until one video breaks through. The data tells you when you found it. Then you amplify it. When a video outperforms, go deeper immediately. You make a series. The algorithm told you that the audience obviously wants it. And then finally, you scale it. You build a playlist you drive cross-platform traffic to, and you make it the centerpiece of your pre-call nurture sequence. Okay, pretty simple. And when I say centerpiece as well, although we're going to get into it a little bit later, the reason why those previous videos that I showed did so well is because those are the centerpiece of my entire channel. At the end of all of my 15 to 45 minute videos, I point towards those ones. Oh, also I have a full entire all-encompassing 4-hour or 6-hour video going through this entire topic. And then people go from that video to my longer videos, right? So you're basically just creating a YouTube funnel to where people are going to the centerpiece videos that you want them to head to. Next is high frequency consistency. So the YouTube algorithm is like a landlord. You pay your rent on time every week and keep your apartment. But if you miss one payment, they will start looking for a new tenant. Can't tell you how many times, again, it'll be the same guys that are like, yeah, man, let's 2 times a week, 3 times a week. Let's hit it. Let's grind it. And then they miss for like 2 weeks. They miss for like 3 weeks and don't upload. And then they start uploading consistently and they're like, hey man, why did my views jump off a cliff? Super easy to tell, because you weren't paying your rent for long enough. This is like number one. If you either haven't ever uploaded or you've taken like a 1 or 2 month break, you're always going to feel it in the views and how much YouTube will just show your videos. So consistently every week, ideally for like a month or two before you start seeing anything. You can upload like the best video ever. The best video ever. Script is on fire. Topic, title, thumbnail, all on fire. But you've been inconsistent and it's not going to do anything. Pretty much ever. Right? I've seen this so many times. Post less than once a week and your reach are just going to plummet every time. Your impressions are going to plummet. The algorithm doesn't care how good your video was. It cares how you showed up. The quality equals the deposit. The sweet spot is one genuinely in-depth video per week, not 3 rushed ones, and not 1 every 2 weeks. Right? That's ideally. 2 per week still works, 3 per week still works, but you still want to make sure you're maintaining a really good quality. The equation is this. Your consistency times quality equals compounding reach. If you miss a week, you lose the momentum and the algorithm was building, and it's exponential both ways. Right? It will really hurt you in the long run. The convert stack. Most people with big YouTube channels, or at least converting ones, most people with big YouTube channels are broke because they don't convert. Most people with small channels are making serious money if their channel does convert to people who actually are wealthy and have the money to afford their services. The difference isn't actually the channel, but the conversion system behind it. So C is converter video, O is offer clarity, N is the nurture sequence, V is the value asset or lead magnet, E is the email follow-up, R is the re-engagement loop, and then T is the tracking. So let's run it. C, the converter video. This is what I've been talking about, the long videos. A converter video walks your ideal client through their problem, your solution with your proof, and you handle basically every single objection before they ever book a call or reach out. This is like a crazy long VSL, pretty much, a 1-2 hour long VSL. These get the best views, gets the most watch time, and you get to promote inside of them. It doesn't feel salesy because think of it like this, right? They're going to watch some Chris Hemsworth podcast, or they're going to watch some, I don't know, whatever podcast, Joe Rogan or something, and they'll take a 5-minute break to tell you about this silly supplement thing. That's what people are used to. So when you do a whole entire like long video, it's like 3 hours, and you only make like 3 or 4 CTAs to work with you or to download a free lead magnet, people are like, wow, that was actually, there was like no ads in there. I Have made like 10 CTAs in an 8-hour long video. And people will comment like, wow, that was so cool. And he didn't even put any ads or sponsorships in there. It's like, yeah, technically I didn't put any actual ads or sponsorships, but I still, made the CTAs. I still made the small asks, but people don't even notice because they're getting so much value out of a very long form video. All right, the converter video, kind of a little bit about the anatomy of them. So obviously in the hook has to be very good. If someone's going to commit to a long 2-3 hour video, the hook has to be good, the editing has to be good, the script has to be good, the energy and action has to be high, all has to be really good. Next is the problem amplification. You might talk a little bit about the problem and really relate to them. The next is a mechanism. Talk a little bit about why this video or your methods or system is actually different from everybody else, why most people's advice is just not going to be the actual advice to get results, or at least not the advice that you agree with. Next is the proof stack. And you want this early on. And of course, you can kind of use this as is a very justified way to show your testimonials and your best case studies, because obviously people want to know if it works early on. And so that's what you're giving them. Then finally is the objection, demolition plus CTAs. You want to handle all of their objections to, will this actually work? Will this work for me? Is this actually worth it? What if I don't get results, etc.? And of course, lots of CTAs throughout the videos. And obviously I've made the big, 4 hour, 8 hour, etc. But even like the 1 hour videos, 45-minute videos, 2 hour videos, I just milked it. I found something that worked. I kept doing it over and over with a ton of mini topics, getting not only lots of views, but also lots of conversions and tons of watch time. And then finally, V and N, the lead magnet and the nurture sequence. So the value asset. I highly recommend that everybody has a lead magnet, even if you are in B2B, like build that email list. Like it blows my mind when people are just like, I don't even have an email list, or I don't prioritize stacking up emails. Like it's, you're literally getting someone's information that you could advertise to them till the end of time. So always have a very good lead magnet that's genuinely good, has CTAs in the lead magnet itself, because again, it's just a piece of the overall funnel. That's how you have to think of it. Next is the pre-call warm-up. So when someone books a call, most people will send a calendar confirmation and they'll just kind of wait. Some people do have an automation, but if you don't have an automation set up, or it's SMS and also email to send them towards videos, then you're missing out. You're just leaving money on the table that way. So every person who's like about to get on a call with you, you want them to see some sort of video or asset from you. Next is the re-engagement loop. So most of your email list is not ready to buy right now, but they will be eventually. So the question isn't whether, the question is whether you're still in their world when that moment actually arrives. If you're the person that they see. You can drive early views. You can keep your list warm with just sending out some value. And also you just have a professional pipeline. You always have people to contact. And it's very easy for, someone's ad account to be shut down, or someone's Instagram to be wrongly taken down. Happens all the time. But having an email list, you always have those emails. It's building on purchased property rather than rented land. Revenue verified tracking. Most businesses might be flying a $100,000 plane with no insurance. So here's the levels. The level 1 of tracking is the vanity metrics. Views and subscribers. They're nice to have, especially subscribers. Like that means nothing. So many channels out here with hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers, but like less than 1% of their subscribers view, because YouTube doesn't care about subscribers or following. None of the algorithms do. They put in front of you what they think you want to see more than what you even want to see. So subscribers really is nothing. Level 2 is leads and booked calls. Better, but still kind of incomplete. And then level 3 is revenue per video, something to calculate at the end of every week or every month. Which specific videos drive the leads that book calls and close deals, broken down by topic, format, and length. This is where the winners are going to operate and spend the most of their time. Because some people get 50,000 views, but 0 sales, 5,000 views, but 5 sales. And we need to know which ones are actually different. The compounding effect. Every other strategy is linear. Effort in equals results out. You stop effort, the results stop. But YouTube actually breaks that entirely. A video posted today can still be booking calls 3 years from now. And I'm the proof of that. I already have that. YouTube videos are digital real estate. They appreciate over time. But unlike real estate, the barrier to entry is just a camera and something valuable to say. And if you're watching this, you have one. You have it. I'm actually recording with my iPhone right now, so you don't need anything crazy professional. Next is the growth curve. So month 1 to 3, the channel is probably going to look flat, right? I have a screenshot of my first 10 months actually on YouTube here that I'm about to show. But the first months are probably going to look flat because yes, YouTube is an investment, but with investments, you're always going to wish that you invested sooner. How many people are saying, oh, bro, if I just got into Bitcoin, if I just got into this investment, if I just started on TikTok back in 2016 or YouTube or Instagram or what have you. Month 4 to 6, you're probably going to have one video that actually breaks through. The algorithm recognizes your channel as a destination. Month 6 plus is where the flywheel starts spinning. This is where you start uploading and your flop videos, the ones that don't do very well, actually do better than the good videos you used to post. So the floor is getting higher and the ceiling is getting way higher as well. You're gonna have huge breakout videos for, it's like your highest viewed video you've ever had is gonna come out. Month 6 plus, the flywheel is spinning like I was talking about. Now month 1 is where the effort comes in, and 12 months of consistency is where you actually see the results. And they start to feel disproportionate to the work. Problem is most people don't get there. They're on month 4, and again, they miss 2 weeks of uploading, and then they just basically reset the clock back to month 1. And that's where people just fizzle out on it. The complete framework at a glance. So the VSL plus algorithm, the depth stack, the convert stack, right? 2 different acronyms we went over, RVT tracking. And this was my first 10 months on YouTube. So 4.5 million views, all cool stuff. Right. But again, overarching theme, views isn't everything. But as you can see, it started out pretty slow for these first couple of months. And then things started to really take off and go up and up and up, kind of in this stair step pattern. So the floor got higher, and then we'd have another breakout video every once in a while. The end of the video. Stop renting attention and start owning it. Building businesses and selling high ticket services for thousands of dollars is just a trust game. People might know who you are, but they're not going to trust you. A lot of people might know who you are. That will give a better chance of people to trust you because there's so many more people. But it's all about trust. If you can get more people who come across your channel or come across your brand who do trust you, they trust you more and they trust you faster, then you're able to shorten the sales cycle and increase your prices. And that's going to help you exponentially in the long term. I have tons of more videos just like this on this channel. And I'm uploading videos like this every single week. So if you want to check out more of them, then subscribe so you don't miss them. I have a LinkedIn as well, linked down below in the description. So you can go and connect with me there, watch more of my content, my posts. And then finally, if you want me and my team to actually install all of this into your business, every single step, edit the videos for you, write the videos for you, script the videos for you. So that ideally, all you have to do is spend 30 minutes a week recording, and we handle all the rest. Then that link is down below in the description as well. See you guys on the next one.